the UK government is poised to unveil a significant shift in its land use policy, prioritizing the protection of valuable farmland from encroachment by housing developments, solar farms, and onshore wind projects. Environment Secretary Steve Reed will formally announce the launch of a comprehensive consultation process designed to meticulously map and allocate England's limited land resources. This initiative seeks to optimize land use for agriculture, nature restoration, and infrastructure development, employing cutting-edge data analysis to identify areas best suited for each purpose. The forthcoming land use framework represents a decisive step towards a more sustainable and strategic approach to land management. By leveraging advanced data analytics, the framework will pinpoint regions with the highest quality farmland and the greatest potential. This crucial information will be seamlessly integrated into the existing planning matrix utilized by both the Environment Secretary and the Housing Secretary, providing a crucial layer of informed decision-making. The intention is to actively discourage development proposals within areas designated as prime agricultural land or those possessing exceptional potential for nature recovery. This strategic realignment acknowledges the growing pressures on England's land resources, driven by a multitude of factors including the urgent need for housing, renewable energy infrastructure, and the imperative to mitigate climate change. The consultation process will play a pivotal role in ensuring that the resulting framework is both effective and widely accepted, taking into account the diverse perspectives of stakeholders across the agricultural, environmental, and the urgency of this initiative is underscored by the recent challenges faced by English agriculture. As highlighted by Tom Lancaster, a land, food, and farming analyst at the Energy and Climate Intelligence Unit, English farmers have endured the second-worst harvest on record following a winter of unprecedented rainfall exacerbated by climate change. This stark reality underscores the necessity of adapting agricultural practices to the increasingly volatile climate, enhancing resilience and optimizing land use for food production. Mr. Lancaster's observations emphasize the interconnectedness of food security, climate change adaptation, and land management. He argues persuasively for increased land allocation for climate-resilient farming techniques, alongside the crucial task of tree planting and peatland rest. These initiatives are not merely environmental objectives, but are essential for enhancing carbon sequestration, promoting biodiversity, and mitigating the risks of flooding. The land use framework, therefore, will not be viewed in isolation, but as a critical component of a broader strategy aimed at achieving environmental sustainability, enhancing food security, and building a more resilient nation. However, the framework will notably refrain from dictating specific agricultural practices, a decision reflecting the complex and nuanced nature of the agricultural sector. Currently, approximately 85% of the land dedicated to food production in the UK is committed to animal agriculture. This figure carries significant implications for sustainability, particularly given the findings of Henry Dimbleby's food strategy, commissioned by the previous Conservative. The Dimbleby report advocated for a substantial reduction in meat consumption, suggesting a 30% decrease in the average amount consumed to pave the way for a more sustainable future. This recommendation highlights the need for a systemic shift in dietary habits and agricultural practices to align with long-term environmental goals. The consultation process will provide a platform for diverse stakeholders to engage in a robust dialogue surrounding these crucial issues. Farmers, environmental groups, developers, and policymakers will have the opportunity to contribute their expertise and perspectives, ensuring that the final framework is informed by a comprehensive understanding of the challenges and opportunities at hand. The inclusion of diverse voices is essential to fostering a sense of ownership and ensuring the long-term viability of the land use framework. The government's commitment to a data-driven approach is a welcome development, ensuring that decisions are based on evidence-based analysis rather than speculation. The utilization of the latest data to identify optimal land allocation for agriculture, nature restoration, and infrastructure development represents a departure from previous, potentially less informed, approaches. This emphasis on data-driven decision-making promises to yield more effective and equitable outcomes, contributing to a more sustainable and prosperous future for England. Ultimately, this new land use framework represents a pivotal moment in the ongoing effort to balance the competing demands for land resources while safeguarding the nation's agricultural viability and environmental integrity. The consultation process will be crucial in shaping the final blueprint, ensuring that it addresses the complex interplay of economic, environmental, and social considerations in a manner that promotes long-term sustainability and equitable outcomes for all stakeholders. The success of this initiative will depend not only on the framework itself, but also on the collaborative spirit and constructive dialogue that emerges from the upcoming consultation. The government's commitment to transparency and inclusivity in this process will be vital in fostering trust and ensuring the widespread adoption of a framework that serves the best interests of the nation as a whole.